and I'm here to share highlights of a recent study that I was involved in on corporate social responsibility, a study that looked at the values that both corporations and nonprofits believe they must share to form effective CSR partnerships. I had the opportunity to collaborate on this study with two of my colleagues from a professional group called the Public Relations Society of America, and they conducted the research. The two primary researchers were Dave Riemann from Drake University and Brooke McKeever at the University of South Carolina. Our study was funded by the Arthur Page Center for Integrity in Public Communication. Dave and Brooke conducted 20 interviews throughout 2015 and 2016 with leaders from US-based corporations and their nonprofit CSR partners. The study participants were chosen from the companies who were named among the 100 Best Corporate Citizens by Corporate Responsibility magazine in 2005. In all, the researchers interviewed 8 corporations and their 12 nonprofit partners. Some of you here today may have been part of that study, and even if you weren't, I think you'll hear some familiar themes that were echoed in these interviews and the study. So now for all the good stuff, the findings, and many of the bright spots that were revealed through the study. When companies and nonprofits talk about shared value for creating effective partnerships, 3 core values emerged as essential to their success. Those values were community-based collaboration, fiscal responsibility, and strategic alignment for the greater good. Let's look first at core value number 1, community-focused collaboration. The study participants agreed that the top priority that they had is understanding and serving the community's needs, not necessarily the corporations or the nonprofits' needs. The corporations and the nonprofits in the study scrutinized one another's missions, and they deeply considered the needs of the community before taking steps to forge their partnerships. For example, one health company talked about their practice of taking programs that help their customers and bringing those same programs into communities. Because they're helping their customers prevent illness and disease, they wanted to work with a similar nonprofit who was serving the health and prevention needs of the community. Again, looking for that match, that mission match. Timely, regular communication also was cited as being key to effective collaboration across organizations and cultures, as was trust. An international nonprofit, which focuses on public health and education in India, emphasized the deep trust that must exist for diverse organizations to collaborate and achieve results in CSR. They said, if there's no trust, the whole partnership will fall apart. With respect to core value number 2, fiscal responsibility, many companies noted that they select nonprofits based almost entirely on their financial records and reporting. One energy company cited fiscal responsibility as the most important consideration in establishing a CSR partnership. That company said, if there are questions about how the nonprofit has been run or how the finances are administered, that would disqualify them from our support. Still, other corporate leaders said they actually stay away from the larger, well-funded nonprofits because their corporate donation would be just a drop in the bucket and wouldn't have as much impact as when they could work with a smaller nonprofit where their money would be serve more because that nonprofit would have less to work with. In looking at core value number 3, strategic alignment, companies said that they want a nonprofit partner who matches the company's core business focus. For nonprofits, it's equally as important that a corporate partner fit with their mission. One nonprofit museum talked about the danger of working with any corporation simply for the sake of funding, and noted that it can be very damaging to a nonprofit's reputation if the company partner does not truly reflect the nonprofit's mission. These interviews on strategic alignment also touched on public relations and the value of CSR beyond publicity. One company said, while check presentations may look great on camera for the company, what is the real value of our company's investment, and how is that going to make a difference? That's what we really care about. Likewise, a consumer goods company said that companies need to ask themselves, What are we here to do? How are we going to make an impact? When we're making choices about a project, we're thinking about the people who are affected. We're not trying to exploit them for PR. Finally, an important part of strategic alignment for some companies includes recruiting employees to give of their time and talent to their nonprofit partners. One international firm explained it like this: what we really want is to get our employees engaged by providing skills and resources to the nonprofit partner, whether that's legal, communication, any number of things. We ask ourselves what skills we have within our business and would they be of value to our nonprofit partner? All of the interviews included very candid discussion about the importance of building long-term, sustainable relationships between corporations and nonprofits, and that they need to not make or accept one-time donations. One firm explained it this way: it's about recognizing that we are doing more than just giving money. Anyone can give money. For us, if we were to just continue to raise funds for a nonprofit partner, we would quickly run out of enthusiasm. Nonprofit leaders also spoke about their need to build long-term partnerships with corporations. For example, the director of a housing nonprofit shared this perspective: it's imperative for nonprofits to establish multi-year, long-term partnerships. With the amount of time it takes to establish a one-time funder, if that funder went away every year, you would spend all of your time building up that base of support. So if you're able to create a partnership that goes beyond, please give me a check every year, to solving a CSR issue, that's what benefits the nonprofit in a much more robust way. To sum up, the study found that corporations and nonprofits believe the most effective CSR partnerships share core values, including community-focused collaboration, fiscal responsibility, and strategic alignment for the greater good. In terms of practical implications, there are three main messages from this work. First, companies and nonprofits who want to partner together should have the same priorities if they hope to make an impact together. Starting with their end goal in mind will help both sides of the partnership feel satisfied with the CSR program. Timely, ongoing communications and trust also are essential to successful collaboration. Second, companies choose nonprofits carefully based on fiscal responsibility, and being and remaining transparent on all aspects of the partnership is important to both companies and nonprofits alike. And third, starting with strategy and remaining strategic with careful planning helps corporate and nonprofit partners work together well to create lasting change. This would be important for any CSR program, but it's doubly important for companies and nonprofits who are coming together to make an impact for the greater good. Thank you.